Hello again. In this session we're going to start looking at the minor key chord progressions in 7th chords, beginning with the 1-4-5 progression. If you've been following the series so far, you should be anticipating a minor 7th chord for the 1 chord. The defining intervals of the natural minor scale are the minor 3rd, 6th and 7th, so logically the tonic chord will contain a minor 3rd and a minor 7th, making a minor 7th chord. You might also recall that the tonic chord in the minor key corresponds to the 6th chord in the relative major key, and we've already established that the 6th chord in major keys is a minor 7th chord. So for completeness, let's just verify this by harmonising the scale. Here's our natural minor scale in A minor, and we take notes 1, 3, 5 and 7, giving us intervals of a minor 3rd, a major 3rd and a minor 3rd. Intervals from the chord root are then a minor 3rd, a perfect 5th and a minor 7th. Giving us the form of a minor 7th chord. And here it is in the conventional open position for A minor. Now the 4 chord in the minor key corresponds to the 2 chord in the relative major key. And once again we've already seen that the 2 chord in a major key is another minor 7th chord, so we would expect the 4 chord in the minor key to be a minor 7th. Again, we can check this out. To notes 4, take notes 4, 6, 8 and 10. And there's our minor 3rd, major 3rd, minor 3rd pattern. So our intervals from the root are minor 3rd, perfect 5th, minor 7th. So once again, a minor 7th chord. In the key of A minor, this would be a D minor 7th chord, and here's the conventional open position fingering for that chord. Moving on to the 5 chord, if we harmonise the scale in the normal way, that is going to note 5, and then taking notes 5, 7, 9 and 11, we get minor 3rd, major 3rd, minor 3rd once again. So the intervals in the chord would be minor 3rd, perfect 5th and minor 7th, giving us yet another minor 7th chord. So here we have a 1-4-5 progression of 1 minor 7, 4 minor 7 and 5 minor 7. But don't forget, when we dealt with this progression in triad chords, we substituted the 5 minor triad with a 5 major triad. So if we do the same thing with our 7th chord, that means sharpening the 3rd of the chord. So instead of notes 5, 7, 9, 11, we'd have note 5, semitone up from note 7, and then notes 9 and 11 as before. So now in thirds we have a major 3rd, a minor 3rd and another minor 3rd. In intervals from the chord root, that's major 3rd, perfect 5th and minor 7th. So this is a chord with a major 3rd and a minor 7th, and you should recognise this form of chord as being the dominant 7th form. As I've said before, the dominant 7th is frequently just referred to as a 7th chord for the sake of simplicity. So now we have a complete 1-4-5 progression in minor keys consisting of chords 1 minor 7, 4 minor 7 and 5 7. I will be continuing to follow this convention of using the major or dominant 7th form of the 5 chord in minor keys through the rest of the examples in this series. However, you should keep in mind that the minor 7th form of the 5 chord in minor keys is perfectly valid, and the choice of whether to use the minor 7th or dominant 7th, or indeed minor or major triad, for the minor key 5 chord is as much a matter of your own personal taste as of any kind of musical rules. So I think that's all we need to say about this particular progression. No new chord types introduced in this session. In our next session we're going to go on to the 2-5-1 progression in minor keys, and this will introduce our final variant of the 7th chord, that's the minor 7 flat 5 chord. And I look forward to joining you for that session very shortly.